It's been a little bit of a chaotic week over here, so I thought I would take it easy this week and get some stuff done that I've been meaning to do for a while now. And what that is okay. So a little bit of backstory for this. Um, I've moved in with my partner a few months ago, and when I did so, it was after his previous roommate moved out, and his previous roommate really, really loves raccoons. So the apartment was covered in photographs of raccoons. When I say covered in raccoons, I I mean that like literally. Every wall had a printout of a raccoon meme or calendars that he took apart of raccoons or big posters that he had printed. So I have taken down and gifted some of them to other people, and I've been slowly working on it. And I still have one wall left that I have not fully, completely de-raccooned. And we are keeping up a handful of like the funny meme ones, just like, you know, to remember him by, and like we're, you know, my partner and I are still good friends with him and stuff. So we're not completely getting rid of all of the whimsy of the raccoons, but it is a lot of wall space to dedicate to raccoons when it's not like your thing. So I am going to be taking down the last remaining remnants of the raccoons and putting together like a nice little just hanging up my artwork in like a nicer way, because right now I have very lazily just thrown artwork over top of the raccoons, and I was like, I'll deal with it later. So yeah, let's jump into it. So as you can see, this is the wall in question. Um, like I said, I have just thrown a bunch of art over top of stuff just to get it off the floor and out of the way, and I was just too lazy to deal with it in the moment. These gaps that you see, I have already had a raccoon party, I called it, where I had friends come over and take a raccoon of their choosing home. So this is what's left. And they are very cute. And I do really like raccoons, but I would like a clean wall to be able to display my artwork on. So that's what we're going to work on, is just de-raccooning and starting afresh. This is where we're at so far. So as you can see, I have work from the past couple of years. And I have left some space for some work that needs to go a little higher up and spots like this where there's a little, I need to make something a little smaller to kind of fit. But this is on a stairwell, so it is a little hard to reach some of the areas, so I will need help doing that. But yeah, I think it looks good overall. In all truthfulness, it's been a little bit of a rough adjustment in the last few weeks, and so I wanted to take a little bit of time to reflect on things that gave me a bit of joy during like a kind of a tough time in my life. And one of them is waking up early enough to see the sunlight hitting my disco ball every morning. I also was meeting a friend downtown for lunch one day, so I decided to drop by the Vancouver Library, like the big main library, which, if you've never been, is a really cool building. I needed to come by to print out some sewing patterns for a project I want to make, but it is several stories or several floors in all. It's quite large. And fun fact, it is modeled after the Roman Colosseum. So if you're ever in Vancouver, I do recommend stopping by and checking it out because it's like a free thing to go do. And it's just like a really nice building. I really enjoy it. I come from a hometown with a really nice library, so I really appreciate like just a peaceful, nice library. Also, all of the seeds that I planted a few videos back are starting to sprout, or like not all, but like many of them. And this is one of my favorite things because I do tend to get a little impatient when I plant stuff because I'm just so excited to see what will germinate and what I'll be able to grow for the year. And yeah, I'm just really, really excited to start seeing some green. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see them get bigger and be able to plant them in the spots they're going to go. I also have this, it is a honeysuckle that I planted last year. Not from seed. I had planted like a little, like just like one vine maybe, and just really excited to see how far it's come in that time. And yeah, the garden is coming back to life. It is so exciting and it does feel really refreshing. And I love looking at it every morning. Update on the new job. So, as I'm recording this, I am 1 week into my new role working in a craft store. And I will say it's been a little bit of a challenging week, primarily physically. Previous to this, I was working remotely. So it's quite a different beast to be on my feet 8 hours a day. So the most challenging thing has been just like keeping up with the pace of that. The last time I worked retail was like 13 years ago. So I was a much younger person at the time. And I think, I don't think I've ever worked full time in retail. So just like adjusting to that has been challenging. And then just, yeah, it's a new job. So all new jobs kind of have that period of trying to figure out a lot of stuff. And this place in particular has a lot of stuff to learn. So it's just, I feel like I'm doing as well as I can be doing for the first week. I am hoping after next week, I will have a little bit more intel and info on how I'm handling it to kind of start to develop more of like a schedule for creating YouTube videos. And like, because I am now working so much and I have like less time and energy, it is obviously affecting how often I post. I was trying to do once a week before. I am going to try to stick to a schedule once I kind of figure out what my limits are with this. So once I have a little bit more understanding of how my body's handling it, what I can reasonably do in the amount of time that I have, I will kind of develop more of a schedule again. But thanks for bearing with me. And yeah, it's like I said, going pretty well overall, at least from my perspective. Hopefully, the team I'm working with would agree. So, yeah, going well.